Welcome to Sharika Talks, Unraveling the Truth, a journalist's quest. Subscribe for the truth.
Chapter 7, First Shift. Constable Arjun Nair felt his stomach knot with unease as he boarded the Kerala Express for his first official posting from Palakkad Junction to Guntur. Tall and lean, Arjun was known among his fellow trainees for his meticulous nature and keen observation skills. His neatly pressed khaki uniform still bore the crispness of fresh starch, reflecting his disciplined nature. Walking behind his seasoned senior officer, Assistant Sub-Inspector Radhakrishnan Menon, a plump man in his early 50s whose uniform strained slightly at the seams, Arjun was struck by how unnaturally empty the train appeared. His fellow officers from Thiruvananthapuram, from whom they had changed guard, explained that a software glitch had inexplicably canceled most tickets. Passengers had received a message reading, "Your reservation in train no 112625 has been canceled, as the train was canceled due to operational reasons. Inconvenience caused is deeply regretted. A full refund has been initiated." This unexpected development, combined with an ongoing Southern Railway employee strike, had further complicated matters. "Sir," Arjun murmured hesitantly to Menon, his unease evident, "have you heard of anything like this before?" Menon laughed heartily, nodding his round face as he wiped sweat from his forehead with a crumpled handkerchief. "Yes, young Nair. This is unusual, but not unheard of. Consider yourself lucky. First posting, and you can already catch some good sleep. The TTE informed me passengers won't board until Nellore, where the next passenger chart will be prepared. Just relax. It's a calm shift," he finished, chewing thoughtfully on a betel leaf before spitting expertly into the aisle sink and rinsing it casually. Yet, despite his superior's reassurance, Arjun, a young and lean officer fresh out of training, couldn't shake off the nagging feeling of apprehension. Sleep eluded him. He glanced at his watch, the glowing digits marking 4:45 a.m. The train, initially 2 hours late at Palakkad, was now running an hour behind schedule. Suddenly, movement in the corridor caught his attention. Approaching rapidly was a petite, short-haired girl and a man whose hand was neatly bandaged. Instinctively sensing trouble, Arjun stood up to meet them. When they quickly relayed the incident, the theft attempt and near murder, Arjun felt an immediate surge of anxiety and responsibility. Had they patrolled as usual? Could this have been prevented? Shaking off the thought, he quickly woke his senior officer, Menon, who stumbled sleepily to his feet, but immediately snapped into alertness upon hearing the report. "Take us there," Menon said gravely to the man who had introduced himself as Sachin, a martial arts teacher credited with saving the young woman's life. Following Sachin into coach S4, they found a large, unconscious man securely tied, his face smeared with clotted blood. Menon nodded approvingly at the efficient manner in which the attacker had been restrained. While Arjun hurried off to locate the TTE, Menon quickly radioed ahead to alert the RPF office at Tirupati, their next major stop. Sharika sat quietly as the officers worked, her mind reeling. Just 5 minutes earlier, when Sachin had emerged from the restroom, she hardly recognized him. Clean, composed, and utterly transformed from the dirt-covered fighter, he had smiled warmly and approached her. "Took a beating there, didn't you?" he said softly, kneeling beside her. "Let me take a look." Before she could object, he gently examined her bruised arm and retrieved a tube of analgesic from his sleek laptop bag. "Just a muscle bruise, nothing serious, no damage to the bone," he assured her calmly, expertly applying the cream. "Are you a doctor?" Sharika asked, her confusion evident despite attempts to mask it. Her curiosity deepened with every passing moment, puzzled by how seamlessly he transitioned from a mysterious beggar-like figure to a capable fighter, and now a composed caregiver. Sachin chuckled lightly. "No, never a doctor. My name's Sachin. I am a sports teacher and a martial artist specializing in Shotokan karate. I've dealt with countless injuries. Ever heard of the Deep Wisdom Institute for the Gifted, DWIG? Sharika nodded, her curiosity piqued. DWIG was the largest privately owned school network in the country, renowned for its elite students, excelling in sports, arts, and academics. Its selection process was notoriously elaborate and rigorous. Facts she'd learned from closely following daily news, a habit she'd cultivated to pursue her dream career as a journalist. That's where I teach. Currently, I'm heading to Delhi with some selected students for the International School Games. Or rather, I was supposed to. I guess you're also headed towards Delhi, he explained, gently massaging her arm at specific pressure points. The conversation inevitably helped distract her from discomfort and pain. I'm Sharika, heading to join JML University in Delhi, she replied softly. If you're escorting students, where are they now? Sachin paused, sighing thoughtfully. I was supervising another batch on a field trip, a rope climbing and survival training session in the Agastyakurtam biosphere, as a replacement for another faculty member, and the kids were supposed to board at Ernakulam railway station along with other teachers. My trip was meant to end 3 days ago, but heavy rains turned it into chaos. Ensuring the kids' safety nearly exhausted me. I got injured during a rock climbing exercise, a nasty cut on my palm, he explained, showing his bandaged hand briefly. I barely caught this train at Thiruvananthapuram, didn't even have time to clean up or change. I collapsed onto the berth and fell asleep immediately from sheer exhaustion. He finished wrapping her arm neatly with a crepe bandage, securing it firmly. There you go. Sharika persisted gently. But the kids? I boarded at Ernakulam and saw no sign of any students. Sachin's expression darkened slightly. I vaguely recall receiving a call from another teacher after I boarded the train. They said railways had sent messages canceling the tickets because the train was supposedly canceled. I was too exhausted to fully respond or wake up. You falling onto me was what finally woke me. Standing slowly, Sachin glanced again instinctively at his securely placed bag near Sharika's luggage, then looked down the empty corridor, his eyes distant. I'll have to figure out how to get them safely to Delhi after sorting out this issue. Come, let's find the authorities. Sharika rose carefully, following him down the silent, deserted passageway, her mind buzzing with unanswered questions. Ahead of her, Sachin frowned thoughtfully to himself. Perhaps he had shared more than necessary. Every detail he'd offered was true, except for one. The field trip had ended a week ago, not yesterday. That particular secret needed to remain hidden from anyone he met on this train. End of chapter 7.
Thank you for watching Unraveling the Truth, A Journalist's Quest. Subscribe to stay updated on Sharika's journey. Stay tuned for the next part.
Disclaimer. Unraveling the Truth, A Journalist's Quest is a work of fiction. The experiences, ideas, and theories presented by the characters, including the books they write, are purely fictional and do not reflect real-world events, beliefs, or ideologies. While some incidents and characters may be inspired by real-world scenarios, they are entirely fictionalized for storytelling purposes. The author does not endorse or share the viewpoints expressed by any character in this novel. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or real events is purely coincidental. Viewer discretion is advised.